Welcome, welcome, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for hopping on our Sunday live stream here in Puerto Morelos, Quintana Roo, Mexico. Welcome, welcome. You are with Darryle, half of two gringos on the Gulf here in Mexico. Hey, Chris, thanks for hopping on. Hope you can hear me well. Go eat your dinner. Don't worry about my live stream. Go eat, go eat. Jen said it sounds good, my volume. Very good. Does it sound good or is it tinny? You told me that last time it sounded good. I don't know whether to believe her anymore. I did double check though we're on the right microphone, so everything should be hunky dory. Hunky dory. So, oh, it's been quite the week. Quite a week. Y'all ate already. You never told me what. So I was just talking with Christopher on WhatsApp. So what did you have to eat there, young man? Tell us all. Inquiring minds want to know, what does a strapping young Canadian man eat for dinner on a Sunday night? What did you eat? And don't tell me hamburger helper. It was awful. What the heck? How could it have been awful? Oh my Lord, that doesn't sound very good. Maybe it was hamburger helper. I do have a Coke in the fridge and I'm going to drink it after this live stream, but for now I'm drinking water because we did some shopping today after church. So, but I'm going to drink my water for now. I have a can of Coke. Oh, sorry. Gonna bump my table there. Everything's good. Bacon and egg sandwich. Oh man, that's like one of my all-time favorite, like breakfast for dinner. Like who used to have breakfast for dinner? Jen used to make us pancakes the odd time for dinner. And oh my God, she hasn't done that forever. Now I want to hit her up for pancakes for dinner. Pancakes, eggs, and bacon for dinner. That was like one of my favorite things to have for dinner back home in Canada. Breakfast for dinner. You got to like that. We need breakfast for dinner. The meat is rotten. Oh, that's terrible. Well, I hope you didn't eat any of it. I hopefully just one sniff and you're like, bad. You should have went with the pancakes and eggs with bacon, of course. It's been so long since I've had that for dinner. Oh my God. Yeah, the odd time once in a while Jennifer would make, and homemade pancakes too. None of this box crap. Jennifer would make homemade pancakes with bacon and eggs. Oh, so good. And I'm the guy that likes my eggs runny. So over easy, or at least basted lightly, so they're still runny on top of my pancakes with syrup all over, Canadian maple syrup all over my pancakes and my eggs, and then bacon on the side, kind of sopping up a little bit of the bacon or the maple syrup, I should say. Bacon on bacon. I stole a piece of her bacon. I'm sure if she's anything like Jennifer, she don't mind. So now that we know all about Christopher's rotten meat for his supper, I'm really sorry to hear that. But hey, at least you got a piece of your wife's bacon. So that's always a good thing. Can never go wrong with extra bacon. God, I love my bacon. Actually, I had bacon tonight, as a matter of fact, because Jennifer bought bacon, which we don't do very often. It's hard to find good bacon sometimes, but the Chedraui usually has pretty decent bacon. So, and the bacon here I find is really good. It's actually like when you do find good, it's good. It's like ham. Like it's so good. It's not a lot of fat. Like back home, I notice a bacon like you buy the not from the butcher, but you just get it from the grocery store. The bacon back home was getting like super thin. I don't know what's up with that. Like it just cheaped out. it was hard to find good quality bacon back home. I don't know, last few years before we left, it was just terrible, 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 like thin bacon. But the bacon here is when you find it, the good stuff, it's really good. It's like a piece of ham, very little fat, lots of meat. So anyway, she had some bacon today. When we come home from church, she cooked up her breakfast. I don't know what she had, but she had bacon anyway, bacon and eggs probably. And she made homemade biscuits too, because I had one of her biscuits with jam on it after. Today was my egg day, so I had my taco egg breakfast. I haven't eaten my blue corn tortillas that I bought yet. So I made a short on that. I finally found some blue corn tortillas. I don't really look for them that hard. Like I've never bought them here before. I've had them, obviously, the blue corn tortilla. Like who doesn't love blue corn tortilla? The best taco I've had in Mexico has been with the blue corn tortilla in Mexico City with my dear friend Jorge on the street corner. And oh my God, those tacos were so good. But anyway, it was with the blue corn. So ever since then, I see the blue corn. I'm just like a little kid. I get all excited. Oh, I get the blue corn because it's so good. Well, I finally found a place here that has some. I seen it when we were shopping one day. When we first arrived, we are checking out all the markets, trying to find a good market to go to for our fruteria, for our fruits and vegetables. So there's a lot of little markets here. So we were in this one market anyway, and I'm like, oh, they got the blue corn tortilla right on, but I didn't need any because I just bought in some of the flour tortilla. I prefer the flour over the yellow corn one, but the blue corn ones I do like. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't need any. I'll pick them up another time. And then I kind of forgot about it. And then the other day we were coming back from shopping, and I'm like, oh, let's check that fruteria. We don't go there because it's not that great of a fruteria in our opinion anyway. Just that one we don't really. I mean, there's other ones that we don't. It's just not our cup of tea. But anyway, we went there to see if they had the blue corn tortilla. They didn't have any, but they had a sign where they were. So we Google mapped it and we went there, and it's a shop that sells nothing but tortillas. So awesome. We found a good place to buy tortillas, and they were like 9 pesos for a medio stack, so a medium stack of tortilla shells. Good for probably, for me, myself, 5-6 meals for 9 pesos. So, and I five to six tortillas. They're just the smaller ones. They're not like the real big ones. They're just small, right? So 4 or 5 I usually have, sometimes 6 depending. But a lot of times they'll double it up. I don't double them up, but a lot of places you go have a taco and they'll double them up because they fall apart. But I don't double them up. It's a lot of tortilla. So if you're doubling them up, especially if you eat 5 of them, so all of a sudden you're eating 10 tortillas. I mean, they're small, but when you're having 10, I mean that's a lot. So anyway, I was pretty excited. I found the blue corn tortilla shell, so I'll be eating those. I'll let you know how those taste when I fry them up and cook them. So I'm pretty excited about that. So little bug hopping around in here. You're in Mexico, there's going to be bugs. Let me tell you right now, ladies, if you're in Mexico, there's going to be bugs. There's going to be bugs of some type throughout your house at some point in time. I've noticed here we've had a lot of caterpillars, creepy crawly caterpillars, and different kinds too. Different colors, small ones, not real big, like that, like an inchworm, you know. So they've been all over the house lately. I think it's because of all the rain we've been having. We've been having a lot of rain lately. Hasn't been lasting very long, but we've had a lot of rain. So I even read someone that's lived here for a long time, longer than me anyway, obviously, and they said that this year has been a lot of rain for this time of year because the rainy season is supposed to be over. It's supposed to be over, but it's not. We're still getting rain, lots of it. But it don't last long, and it's a warm rain. But yesterday, it rained off and on. Like the weather was backwards yesterday. So yesterday, it said it was supposed to be sunny and partially cloudy, and today was supposed to be rainy. Well, it was the exact opposite. Today was partially sunny, mostly sunny, and partially cloudy, and not rainy at all. And yesterday was mostly rainy off and on. So we were going to have a beach day yesterday, and it rained like pretty much off and on the whole day until we left the beach because we had stuff to do in the afternoon, making videos and whatever else we were doing. We had just stuff we were doing. So when we come back from the beach at 2 o'clock, of course, the sun came out and it was beautiful out. But while we were down there eating, we decided not to go to the beach. So we went and had breakfast instead at this place that Jen wanted to try out. Again, we go out to eat. Yes, we go. We do love going out to eat. If you've ever spent a lot of time in Mexico, you'll notice the Mexicans also love to go out and eat. The restaurants here are busy all the time. A lot of restaurants are busy more often than not. Like the Mexicans love to go out and dine. They really do. And from high end to low end, you'll go to a nice fancy, and there's a lot of people there. Like it's busy. When we were in Oaxaca City, like everywhere we went was people were dining out all the time. And like I said, from every spectrum to street food to fancy restaurants. And it's the same here. Everywhere we've lived, the Mexicans love to dine out. They do. They're very social. They love to go out and they love to dine. They love to eat out. Lots of them do. So anyway, there's this restaurant that we wanted to try. It has really good reviews right downtown on the port side. Of course, the port side. We're going to stop going to the port side soon and eat over here on the colonial side more often. Eventually, stick around. We will. I swear to God. We have a couple of times, but we haven't documented it. So we'll get some videos of that and the price compared. It is definitely cheaper over here on the colonial side. We do know that already for dining out. So, and there are some pretty decent places to dine out here on the colonial side too. And I've been having an hankering for pizza lately. So I think our next dine out will be probably pizza. I'm thinking because I kind of feel like pizza lately. And there's pretty good pizza joints here apparently. So. Well, there's good pizza joints all over Mexico, especially if you like the thin crust, which I do because I like it crispy. So I love a crispy crust. So pizza here is pretty decent. They don't, a lot of places don't make it like it's not the same as what you get back home in Canada or the USA with lots of toppings and lots of cheese. Like they're pretty thin. Like it's not you can get a loaded pizza, but it's still pretty thin by our standards anyway, especially my standards working in a restaurant. Like when I would make, if I worked in a pizza joint and I was making a pizza for myself, I was coming home and that pizza was loaded. Like I'm talking like a pound and a half of cheese, like a half a day's salary of cheese on my pizza. No joke. Maybe a whole day's salary, depending where I was working, of cheese on my pizza. A lot of cheese. And the best of everything and lots of meat. So I love making my own pie. Love making my own pie. So anyway, we go out and we have dinner or breakfast, I should say. I had a poached salmon, almost like a eggs Benedict, but on salmon and a English muffin. It was really, really, really good with some hash browns, like homemade potatoes. And she's like, "Do you want ketchup or anything?" I looked at them. I'm like, "No, I don't think I need anything." Like they looked like they were well seasoned, no ketchup, and they were. It was excellent. And I didn't add any salt, no pepper, no nothing to the potatoes, to the eggs, to the salmon, nothing. I just ate it the way she brought it, and it was absolutely delicious. It was so freaking good. And Jennifer's looked really good too. In fact, it was good because I did try some of hers because she gave it to me. Unlike Chris, I didn't have to steal it. I didn't have to steal Jen's breakfast. She gave me a couple bites. So the salmon, I mean, there wasn't a big portion, so I was still, I mean, I could eat some of Jennifer's. It was pretty good. She had a lot of cheese on it. So we ate anyway, and then we just walked around. We're like, let's just go for a walk. So we parked way down at the end, and we walked from the other end of town. Puerto Morelos isn't very big, so we walked from the other end of town and we walked around. We went and got something to eat, and then we went for a walk. We walked on the beach and we went the other direction down towards the industrial marina area, or the pier is the industrial pier where the cleanup ships park. So we walked down there. All the boats are parked down there, and there's a beach club and a few little restaurants down there, and then the boats are there. So the fishermen come in that way and park there. So there's a bunch of seagulls there, and there's the guy was out there cleaning fish in the boat. So there was a lot of seagulls, a lot of birds hanging around. So which was kind of cool. So I took some video and pictures of that. And then, yeah, we walked down the beach. We met this really nice guy from California. It was Brian, I think. No. Oh, jeepers. I can't remember his name. Super nice guy anyway. He's just a snowbird. They lived here before, but they left, and now he just snowbirds here. But yeah, he was with his little dog. So of course we were talking with him and loving on his little dog. He's 15 years old. I can't remember what kind of dog. Jen, like he's part pug and Chihuahua, I think he was. So you could see it in his face. He was like a pug Chihuahua, like what's that character called off of TV there with the big ears? If Jen still listens, she would know, but I don't think she's listening anymore. But anyway, he was a cute little dog, pug and Chihuahua anyway. So he was pretty cute. And I want to say he was the same age as Cece. He was around 15. He was definitely an older dog, and he wanted to go home. He was done walking. He was like, let's go. So we walked and talked with him for quite a while. We had a great conversation. His wife is Mexican, and she's from Acapulco. Yeah, she's from Acapulco. So had a great conversation with him anyway, walking and talking. So yeah, and then we just walked the beach, and then we didn't shop, we didn't buy anything, and then we headed back home. We were going to go grocery shopping, but we decided against it, so we just walked around. I think we did go to the grocery store and picked up a couple of dry goods. Yeah, we did. We picked up a couple of things from Darryle on the port side, but no meat or vegetables. Jen wanted to get. She bought 4 or 5 items, like just like dry goods. I can't remember what it was, but it was no meat, no vegetables, just whatever it was she bought. I can't remember. So I wasn't really paying attention. I was just there following her along. So I really wasn't paying attention to what she bought. So we've been doing the self-checkout lately too. So the lineup is always so big at the grocery store. So and just the self-checkout is usually empty. So there's very few people go to the self-checkout. So we'll go to the self-checkout. I don't know if why, but yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter. We'll go to the self-checkout. So, and then yeah, we just went back home, and that was about it. And then did our thing that we had to do at home. Worked on videos. So the budget video does drop tomorrow. I finished that up, and we were going to talk about going to the immigration to change our address. So we did go there, and we get there in Playa del Carmen, and it was 9:30 in the morning. They opened at 9. It wasn't even 9:30. It was like 9:20, and it's packed with people. There's like 30 people outside sitting outside. I don't know how many was inside, but they have like an awning, chairs, and there was probably close to 30 people out there, 20 to 30 people. And I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna have to wait. And then they had the doors were all barricaded, like they had ropes up, those elasticy ones you can stretch, or not elastic, but they roll out. So you roll them out and then hook it up, and then so they had that barricaded the door, both doors exit, so you couldn't even go up to the doors. And a security guy in there, they're all like that here. So like, okay, whatever. So like, oh, I hope we don't have to wait. So Jennifer was like, she just walked right up there. Like, I was so proud of her. She walked right up. The security guy come out, and she walked up, started talking to him, and she had her documents, and he's like, let her in. I'm like, oh, hallelujah. She got in, and all these people are out there waiting. So they probably, thinking they probably got numbers. So they went in, got the number or whatever. And that's kind of what I thought Jennifer was going to do. Kind of is what she did, but she went in and she actually got to talk to somebody, and the guy's like, oh, you got to fill this, I got to do this, come back with this. Okay. So we left. She goes, okay, we can go and get these documents that we needed, because we had to change some of the documents that we had. So, and then print other documents. But okay, well, let's just go do that, and then we'll come back and we'll make an appointment. So that's what we did. So we get on Google Maps, we find a print place, copy place. So here in Mexico, there's tons of places, copy places where you can go get copies made. They're all over because gonna need copies. It's a big business. You're getting copies of everything. You're gonna need copies, lots of copies of everything. Your documents, so they're everywhere. So we find one a few blocks away. So we like, well, let's just drive because it was like 3-4 blocks or whatever. So we walk to the car. We drive 4 blocks, 3 blocks. Like it was literally we could have walked, but it was hot out, so it was very hot. So we go there. Jen, it was actually a computer place too, or like a kind of an internet cafe, but it was more like a what do you like a oh, I can't think of what they're called. Anyway, they did have computers there with printers and that you could use. So we go in there and we use the machine, the computer. Jen does the documents online, prints them out, we pay, and then we go back. And then same thing, she goes up to the window, the guy or to the door. The security guard lets her in. Boom, we're in. She comes out like I don't know. She was probably in there about half an hour, pretty close. I'd say probably 15 minutes the first time and 20 minutes the second time, roughly both times. So it wasn't all that long. And she came out and we have an appointment. So we have to go back again. So go there once, find out you need all this stuff, more documents. We went there with a whole bunch of documents. We needed more left. Go back with the proper documents, more documents, and then go back and make an appointment. Now we got to go back again. So we have an appointment to go back and finish up our residency, or our not our residency, but our address change for Quintana Roo here in this state. So from the Yucatan, change our address to here. So in Puerto Morelos. So that's all on the go. So the 15th we go. Jen's first day of work at her new job. She starts a new job on the 15th, and that's the day we have to go to immigration office. But they said, "Oh, it's okay, no worries, because you can work before and you can work after." So, I mean, obviously she's working remote, so she'll work late. And you guys know Jennifer; she's a really hard worker and a super hard worker. And yeah, she'll put in the hours. So good stuff. So we're gonna have that all taken care of real soon, and then that'll be another bonnet out of my beehive or whatever. Another feather in my cap. So we changed our address. So we didn't have to pay any money. But we did learn though. So we went here and she got copies here. And it was expensive. It was like she got these copies, it was like 150 pesos or whatever, just for some copies. Like, man, that seems really pricey compared to what we normally pay. We go to, and it was because we go over there and it was like 30 pesos or whatever. Like it was ridiculously expensive here to the one we went to here. But this is Gringolandia here. But mind you, it's Gringolandia over there too. So I don't know why, but here they charge her like 150 pesos. So we'll never go back there to get copies done ever again to that place. It's cheaper for me to drive to Playa del Carmen and get the copies over there. It's like 20 minutes away. So that's like, you just run into that, but that's everywhere. You know, you go one place and it's like, oh yeah, it's dirt cheap. And you go to another place, it's like 4 times the money. It's like, what the heck for some copies? So I can't remember what she paid over here in Playa del Carmen, but she said it was super cheap compared to what we paid here in Puerto Morelos. So, and we knew that too. Like when she went and did it, she's like, this is really expensive compared to what we paid before in other places. Like really, really expensive. So anyway. So that's all taken care of anyway. So now we'll go back and then I'll let you know how that goes on the live stream after the 15th. So if you have any questions, comments, blurt them out. Don't be shy. Yeah, we lost Christopher. Jennifer is all quiet now. She's watching her TV show. If you don't have anything to say, give me a thumbs up. That would be greatly appreciated. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share this video out with your family and friends in case they're interested in listening to Gringo in Mexico ramble on about his life here. That'd be awesome. Super, super thirsty. So I don't know why I haven't had a lot of water today, so maybe that's why. I had coffee. Went to church, then we went shopping. We went into, we drove into Puerto Morelos and bought some meat. We bought some steak today, and they weren't bad either. They were like we got some ribeye steak this time. Last time we got New York's, and they were 300. I'm going to say 350. So do the math on that. So they were 350 pesos and they're probably 7 to 8 ounce steaks for sure. For sure, they couldn't be over 8. They're this stupid app. I have to watch a darn commercial before I can open this app up here. And of course, it's a Temu commercial. So what's that? 350 pesos. Yeah, I guess that's really not that great of a deal. Well, I don't know. How much is a steak but for a ribeye? It was 26 bucks for 2 steaks. We'll say we'll split the difference. We'll say 8 ounce steak. So, yeah, no, we are all done with immigration. It was just the address change we had to do. So because we moved and we didn't change the address when we went to Oaxaca and Veracruz because we knew we had to come back over here to finish it up. So we didn't want to change it while we were over in Oaxaca because then we just would have had to change it again when we moved over here. So, and plus we were a long ways away from, we knew we had to come back here to finish up our immigration. So yeah, that was the main reason we had to come back over to the Yucatan to finish our immigration. So we didn't change our address. So we left our address here at the Yucatan. So we finished our immigration up at the office here. But now that we've moved and changed states again, now we have to go in and change our address for our paperwork. So the government knows where we are. So yeah, that was what we had to do. Just an address change. So, but everything's a big thing here. Like it's an ordeal. It is. It's an ordeal. Everything's an ordeal. So 2 trips to the immigration office to change our address. Hopefully only 2. 3 if you count that we had to leave and then go back. Like we were there with our paperwork and then we had to go get more copies, change copies, more copies, change copies, and then go back. And I'll go back again. So I don't know if you want to count that as 3 times. Technically 3 times. But hopefully when we go back on the 15th, we do have an appointment. So hopefully then that'll be it. And then the address will be all changed. And we both have to go in separately for our address change. Like so if you're not aware, you can't just open a joint bank account here. It's got to be a separate bank account. A husband and wife can't have a joint bank account here. So everything is separate. Like you can't be like a husband-wife team with our address change. I have to go in. Jen has to go in. It's got to be all separate. So, but she's going to come in with me because she's my translator. So, no, you know what? I haven't really too terribly much with the drone. I'm really thinking about buying the Neo 2. There's a 2 out, a DJI Neo 2, and I really want it. I want it really bad. It's nicer. It flies further. It comes with a receiver, so it's got better range when you're using your phone. So, yeah. And it's got obstacle avoidance too, as well. So I'm thinking about selling my Neo and my bigger drone, selling both my drones, and buying this new DJI Neo 2. Look it up. You can watch videos on it. It's pretty cool. It's a little bit bigger than the Neo, but not much. But it's a nicer drone, more features, better quality. Like I said, it's got the sensors on the sides, front and the bottom. So yeah, obstacle avoidance. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get it eventually. So keep watching this video so I can afford to get it. Yeah, I would buy it too. Yeah, but I gotta sell these too. So anyway, back to the steaks quickly. The steaks were 350 pesos, so that's $26 US or Canadian, or $19 US. That's another thing. The dollar is really crapping the bed, the Canadian dollar. So, not only with inflation going up here and everywhere else around the world, we also have a crappy dollar that we're exchanging our money into pesos. Whenever our dollar shits the bed, we're getting less pesos for our money. Like, boo hoo, I know, poor us, but it's a thing, you know. Oh, you'd buy my old drone. Okay. Yeah. Sure. It still works really good, but it does have a little nick in it. I got it up on the shelf there, but yeah, I crashed it and it broke the guard, and I didn't even realize that there was actually on the frame itself. It must have fell on the ground and hit really hard because I didn't even notice. Like, and I've seen guys crash this thing, but it actually split it a little tiny bit, but it doesn't affect it. It still flies great. It's not, I haven't noticed anything in the performance of the drone. So I didn't even know what had happened until I took the guard off. And then actually I had the guard off a couple of times and I replaced the guard because it was broken. So I had to buy a new guard on the one side. And that was the side I noticed it has a little dent in it, sort of say. And then right on the seam. So it's right on the seam. So it's got a little bubble and it's just kind of split a little tiny bit and it's got a little bubble there. Not that bad. Like you can barely notice it, but I don't think it affects it too terribly much. Yeah. So we're gonna have the steak tomorrow anyway, and then we went and bought. We went to the butcher, to the local butcher. So we got that from the Chitarawi, and then the butcher didn't have no pork chops, so we got some pork ribs. So he had beef ribs. We got beef ribs from him. I can't remember the price, but I just remember the ribeye because I didn't think it was too terribly bad, and I still don't think it is for $26 for two ribeye, 8-9 ounce ribeye, and then we got some chicken. We got some. We did get some ham steaks from him as well. So yeah, chicken, beef ribs, and ham steak, and then from the grocery store, Chedraui, we bought the ribeye, and we bought some pork ribs, and then we bought some fish. Oh, we got salmon, I think. Yeah, I bought some salmon. So and they were cheap. Like salmon is like they were like way cheaper than back home for sure. Way cheaper. I think the one that I bought for Jennifer was like not even 100. It was like 80 pesos or something. 80, 90 pesos. 80 pesos, I think, something like that. We'll just say 80. So like $6, for a salmon. It was a small one though, but then mine was just over 100, I think. We'll say it was 120 or something. It was a bigger piece, so what the heck? So yeah, $9 for mine. So for a nice size salmon steak. So roughly anyway. Roughly I think it was around 120, something like that. And like I said, Jen's was under 100, so good stuff. And that was it. We bought we already hit up the fruit stand the other day. Oh no, we did buy some fruit from there too. We got some from the grocery store. We got bananas and papaya. So I like the papaya when they have it split already because we don't like a whole one anyway. And then you can see inside the papaya to see how good it is. So I like buying it from the fruiteria will do that too. You'll see it where it's cut. They'll have pineapple cut. Sometimes they'll have it, even places will have it cut up into smaller portions and they'll have it all cut up for you. But I like it just buying a half a pineapple or half a papaya because that way we're going to eat it all fairly quickly and it'll be fresh and you can see it that it's still good when it's cut open, right? So it's not a guessing game. I mean, pineapple, you can pretty much tell with the pineapple. The papaya is a little bit difficult. Papaya's got to be the papaya is rotten, like it is. It's rotting. That's when it's the best, is when it's rotting, the papaya. So we learned that from being here because if you buy it and it's green and you think, oh, this looks really good, but you take it home and it's bitter. And then our local friend said, no, you got to buy it when it's rotten. So when it is on the outside, it's literally rotting. So, and that's when the best time to eat it because it's on the inside, it's ripe. So it's got that nice red color to it with the papaya. So, and I really love the papaya. I haven't had any in a while, to be honest with you. So, anyway, So yeah, that was pretty much the week then. Breakfast out, pool or aqua size as always. Wednesday aqua size, morning, Friday, Monday 9. It's about 35 minutes, 40 minutes roughly. So they cleaned the pool again today. The pool was closed. There's been a lot of people here, so I don't know what's going on with the pool, but they've been doing a lot of cleaning of it lately. It was been crystal clear when we first moved here. The pool was always crystal clear, but there wasn't the influx of people. There was hardly anybody here. So now we got a big influx of people in our community here. So the pool's requiring some extra maintenance. So they were just going to clean it, but then they said we have a group chat and they said, oh, the pool was closed, but we didn't go out anyway. So we to the pool. So not today. But tomorrow we have our aqua size. So they said it was closed. It would be open tomorrow. So I'm sure it'll be open for the aqua size. They had to chlorine it and pH it and put clarifier in it to make it clear. The clarifier takes away the cloudiness. So and the pool, not the pee pool. The pool is always it's always been super clean. So like crystal clear. So anyway, it'll be nice when that's all fixed back up again and open. So it was just closed for the day, but we were busy all day anyway. We did, like I said, church and then did shopping and came home. And yeah, I played on the computer, worked on that budget video, made the thumbnails for it. So YouTube has this thing now where you can make 3 thumbnails and 3 titles. It used to be only 3 thumbnails and the titles are new. So that's fairly new too, though. So you can put out. So some of you guys are seeing different thumbnails and seeing different titles. So that's new with the thumbnail or the titles, but the thumbnails has been for a little while, but still fairly new with the thumbnails as well. So now you can do both a test of 3 different thumbnails, 3 different titles. Now it's just more work, is what it is, but they run a test, and then if you get enough viewership, if you don't get enough viewership, then the test is inconclusive. You have to have so many views for it to really, generate a result, right? So anyway, I've been doing that, running the test lately. First, I was just doing a thumbnail, and then they started this new with the title as well. So I've been doing all 3 lately with the title and the thumbnail. So it's just more work for me, but whatever. I don't mind it, and it's kind of neat to see the results of which thumbnail is going to perform and which title is going to perform. So it's kind of cool, kind of cool. So oh my, 38 minutes we've been doing a live stream already. So we'll keep the live stream up roughly about an hour, maybe even shorter tonight, guys. Pretty quiet night, so yeah, we'll probably shut her down here in a bit. So it'll probably be less than an hour. I'll go spend some quality time with my wife out there watching TV. But before I do leave, I want to talk about one more thing. We booked a camping trip in Cancun. Jen found this thing online on Facebook, showed up in one of her feeds, where they're having it on December 20th. You book your spot to go camping on the beach in Cancun. So we booked it. It's 200 pesos per person. So there's a whole group of people going to be there, and they have archery. They're going to do archery and swimming. I don't know how the swimming is going to fit in because it's from 4:00 on. So, but they have a list of stuff that they're going to be doing. So bring your own food, bring your own tent, and we do have a tent, so which is cool. So basically, bring all your own stuff, and they're going to supply the archery, so the equipment for the archery, and let me find it here. Yeah, so it's from 4 p.m. on the 20th of December till 10 a.m. So on 200 pesos per person, there's parking. The parking's at Coco Bongo if you're going to park. So underground parking, so secure parking for the car underground because it's going to be left overnight. So definitely want my car to be in a safe, secure area. And even if I was in Canada and I was going to be out overnight somewhere, I want my car to be in a secure, safe area. No difference here. So, pretty excited about that. Really, really looking forward to it. We're going to go early for that because, you park at Coco Bongo. It's in the hotel zone. So it's going to be in the hotel zone at the very on the peninsula on the point. If you look on the map, you'll see where the beach is really wide at the point there. So that's where it is out there. So, and I'm definitely going to make a video of that. So that'll be really cool. So you can watch for the video of that. They got other stuff going on there too. So it's right there. I know that doesn't show up very well, probably. That's right on the hotel zone anyway. Yeah, they got other stuff going on there too. Oh, yoga. Oh, like sword fighting too. So sword fighting, it's kind of like a medieval type theme is what it is. So yeah, because they got archery, sword fighting, and it looks like maybe like a type of scavenger hunt thing. And then yeah, oh, arm wrestling maybe it looks like something anyway. Should be interesting. Should be fun. There's like 30 some people booked for it already. I think 30. What the heck was it? It was over 30 people. So we're up to 33 people. I don't see too many gringo names. There's a few names that aren't Mexican, but it's looks like it's mostly Mexicans. You got somebody with the last name of Pratt. Oh, they're obviously not Mexican. Then, but you got Garcia, Hernandez. There's another name that's not Mexican. So, but mostly 90% or more look like they're Mexicans. Hernandez, Perez, you know, yeah, they're all Jacobo is obviously not Mexican. There's a few, but 90% of them are Mexicans for sure. Martinez, yeah. Ponce, Luis Ponce. Yeah. And then Jennifer and Darryle Pocket. You can't get any more gringo than the last name of Pocket. So, on on my dad's side, his family's from England, so that's where the Pocket comes from. It's an English name. So my dad's side is from England. So my mom's side is native and Icelandic from Iceland. My grandpa is right from Iceland on my mom's side. Yeah, my grandpa is right from Iceland. My grandpa Sam, who I have, that's my middle name, is Samuel. So I got his name is my middle name. And he's from Iceland. So and then a lot of native. I got a lot of native in my blood. I could have got my Métis card, but I didn't get it. So my mom's sisters got it. My uncles got it. Like it's on my mom's side. So, but all my mom's sisters got their Métis card. So I say I could have got it. I've got enough blood in me that I could get it, but I just never went for it. So my sister's daughter went and got hers. She got hers. So definitely a lot of native in my family. So that's my background: native, Icelandic, and English. So my grandpa from I didn't really know my grandpa very well on my dad's side. They both passed away when I was pretty young. I remember going over there when I was in Cubs. I would go to Cubs when I was like 4 or 5, whatever, little kid. And after Cubs with my little green uniform, the little green cap from Cubs, and my grandparents lived right across the field from the school. So I'd get out from Cubs, and I always remember it was always in the fall time. It was cold, like in the fall or spring. Must have been in the fall. And I would go over to my grandparents' house and wait for my mom and dad to pick me up, or they would be there waiting for me. So after Cubs, I remember walking over there. And my grandpa was always he would make jewelry, like polish rocks and do jewelry polishing. And he had one of those automatic card shufflers, and he was always like playing with that thing, one of those things that shuffle your cards. So he was always doing that. And my grandma, I remember she always had an apron on. So I'm talking like back in the early 70s, like 72, 73. And I remember my grandma always had an apron on, and she was always in the kitchen, and grandpa was always either he was playing cards or playing with his card shuffler thing, or he was polishing rocks and making jewelry. He used to make jewelry out of rocks, because in where I'm from, where I grew up, was a mining town, so there was a lot of rock. And yeah, he used to do that. But they both passed away. My grandpa, he passed away when I was young on my dad's side, really young. And my grandma, same. We moved away, so I didn't really get to know them all that well. I did my grandma a little bit, but she went into an old folks home and we moved away. So, but my grandpa Sam on my mom's side, we used to go to his farm. He lived in Swan River, and we used to go there every summer to Swan River and be with my grandpa Sam and spend a couple of weeks. So that was our holiday. You know, we were pretty wealthy back then. That's what we did. We went to Swan River to my grandpa's farm. We had so much money. That was our holiday. And I remember my grandpa's farm. He had it was a tiny little house. It was one bedroom, no running water. He had a basin sink. He had to get his water from the well. He had power. He had electricity, but there was no indoor plumbing. There was no bathroom inside. His bathroom was an outhouse. That was his bathroom, and he had no running water. He had a basin, and I remember. And his drinking water was with the old ladle from the well. Yeah, I remember going there when I was a kid to my mom's dad. So I have fond memories of going out there to uh, my grandpa Sam's farm. So, and then just down the road, well, down the hill, and his neighbors had some young girls. So I really liked going there when I was a kid. They were about our age, so they had three daughters, I think. And one of them was our age, and the other two were a little bit older. But we used to play with them when we were kids, so because they would come over to my grandpa's house all the time. So yeah, I had fond memories of going there. I was just little, like I said, I was 7, 8 years old, 9 years old, right? You know, so just a little kid. So fun times, fun times. So, Chris, sorry, my friend. Yeah, in Flin Flon. Yeah, that was in Flin Flon. Yeah, my grandpa lived and grandma. They lived right across the street from the school that I went to when I was a little kid. Cause I used to go to school there. Yeah, and that's where the Cub Scouts were. Yeah, yeah, it was pretty neat. I used to have jewelry from him. It's gone now. So, but yeah, he was. He'd polish it, and then he would put lacquer on it, and make necklaces, make brooches and stuff. Some pretty nice rocks. That's probably where I got. I I like collecting rocks. I probably got that from my grandpa. I'd come home even now. If I see a rock, I'll bring it home. If I see a cool rock, I'll pick it up and bring it home. My pet rock. I got actually. I got. Jen probably. I had other rocks, but Jen probably threw them out when we moved. But I have this that Jen made. It's got Cece. This she made this before Cece passed away. It's Cece's dog tag. It's got his name on it. He didn't like to wear it, so we Jen made this in pottery class for him, and it's got his dog tag in it. It says his name on it, Cece. So this is my pet rock now. It's got Cece's dog tag here. So she made this in pottery classes. So she made this when we were in Veracruz when Cece was still with us. So, but he was chipped and Cece had a microchip, and he also had a tattoo in his ear anyway. So we weren't really too concerned about the dog tag. So, but yeah, I used to like collecting rocks. So So yeah, I'm pretty excited about this camping trip. I don't know if I'm going to do all that stuff that they have on there. I'm not like they asked if we had done archery before. Like, yeah, when I was a kid, my brother had a compound bow and I used to shoot that thing once in a while. But as far as archery, like, yeah, and yeah, every kid had a bow. Like every child, every boy had a bow. Hey, Magic Crate, thanks for hopping on. I didn't realize you were there. Sorry, I just totally ignoring chat here. That was only Christopher, so I see your names in there. Sorry about. I'm just teasing Christopher. Yeah, and blew the dams up. Yeah, yeah, that was my hobby. Yeah, we used to uh, we used to go to the dump when we were kids and watch the bears. I remember we had a cabin we'd go to every summer. My dad built a cabin, and we'd go to the cabin every summer in Baker's Narrows, right on the lake, and we would go. We would stay there all summer, and I hated it, which was terrible because now I wish we still had it. But we were bored. We wanted to go home and be with our friends, and there was no TV out there, right? And there was no. We did get power, but I remember when we used to go there with just the lanterns. We used to go out there with the lanterns, and my dad had a cedar canoe that he built. I mean, those are some fond memories. We used to go canoeing. Me and my sister would go canoeing in the cedar canoe that my dad built. Beautiful canoe, man. Super beautiful canoe. All cedar, so light, and with a wide bottom. Man, me and my sister had some good canoe trips in that. So northern Manitoba, Saskatchewan, it's right on the border. Got big lakes up there. But yeah, then we used to go to the dump when we were kids and watch the bears. Friday night, Saturday night out, and my dad would drive back and forth because it was only a half hour out of town. So he would drive to work and then just drive home, and we would stay at the cabin for the summer while we were on break from school, summer holidays. So we'd stay out there all summer, and yeah, Dad would drive back and forth, and when he was working, and we would stay out there. So and yeah, and on the weekends when he wasn't working, Saturday and Friday night, we'd go to the dump and watch the Bears. That was your entertainment in the 70s. Was go to in northern Canada, go to the dump and watch the Bears. Good times, fond memories. Hey, thanks for hopping on. I can't read your name there. You got some funky language there, and it's really small. Escudel, sombrero, bone. Welcome anyway. I can't read your name. I don't know if that's Spanish or French, German. What looks like might be Spanish, but it's all written in one big long word. An easy name like Christopher. Buenas noches. Welcome everybody. Thanks for hopping on. I really appreciate it. We're just shooting the crap here, and oh my God, I was going to cut it short, and here we are. We're Russian. Oh, there you go. I could read that part. Spanishized Russian. Well, you can't get any more unique than that. Can't get any more unique than that. Blended Spanish with Russian. So I'm really looking forward to this camping trip. I'm excited to go get to use our big pop-up tent that I have. So it wasn't a waste of money. But I don't have my air mattress. I gave it away to Oscar. It was so big, and Jen's like, "Yeah, let's give it away." So we gave it to Oscar when we left Oaxaca. So no air mattress. So oh well, we'll be in the sand anyway. So I am going to go early so we can get settled there. I'll probably do some fishing while I'm there. I'll participate in some of the events that they have going on. Should be fun anyway. Really looking forward to that, and we'll definitely make a video of that for sure. So we are all caught up on all of our videos now. So we are into our Caribbean videos now. Hallelujah. Thank God. Praise Jesus. I still have biking videos, but I will drop them slowly. They don't, the biking, some people are into them and most people aren't. Yeah. Some of them do okay, some don't. So I'm going to drop them anyway because they're fun. They're very fond memories of mine. So I enjoyed them and I enjoy making them. So I'm going to put them out there for you people that do like them. I appreciate it. And for you people that don't really care for them, I'm sorry, but they're going to be there, but you don't have to watch them. So I have some pretty fond memories of doing that. So I want to get them out there and share them with everybody, anybody who's interested in watching them. So it was a lot of fun. I have a few left to drop yet. I don't know how many, but it's more than 5. It's more than 5. I think it's more than 10. I got a few to drop yet. So, and some pretty good ones coming up. So, and then I'm working on, so the budget video drops tomorrow. And then Friday, we have a video when we were in Cancun. Well, we had when we were house hunting still. So we went to the La Isla Mall. And we did a video there before, but this one will be better because I'm more experienced with video editing and shooting videos. So it will be better. And so we made a video over there with the dolphins and whatnot. We had dinner over there, so we videotaped the dinner. Yes, we're always eating. We eat every day. So we made a video of that with the dolphins. So that was kind of cool at the restaurant there at the aquarium thing over there, whatever it is called, something aquarium. So where you can go and pay to watch the dolphins. But if you go eat there, you can watch the dolphins for free. Just sit at a table and have something to eat. And the restaurants in overlooking the dolphin aquarium, and then also the all the aquarium stuff. So and then you can walk through the aquarium stuff too for free. Basically, just go there and eat. So was a little bit pricey, but it was pretty good. I mean, with the free show of the dolphins and that, I think it was well worth it. It was kind of unique. If you got kids, and Jen hates that type of stuff because the dolphins are in captivity, and we'd rather see the dolphins out swimming in the ocean free, but we really don't like to support that type of stuff usually. Like we don't go to zoos or anything like that. So. But we did go there for the breakfast, so we were looking for a place to eat, and thought, well, let's go watch the dolphins. Jen loves dolphins. She has a dolphin tattoo that you'll never see because it's under her rib cage there. So you would likely never ever see it. It's kind of hidden under her bathing suit all the time. But she does have a dolphin. I think that was one of her first tattoos, was a dolphin. So yeah, that'll be Friday's video, and then we're just going to carry on with. I got some other videos around Puerto Morelos here done up, so I just have to edit them, so they're all on my hard drive here. We'll get those edited up. I got 2 hard drives, so I got this one here. So instead of filling my computer up, I got them all on here, and I got another one where I got backup stuff on there too. So I got a bunch of videos on here. So and I just take them off of there and then make them slowly. So I'm already working on that dolphin one already. The budget video is done now, as I said. And then I'm still doing my video gigs for Nathan. Camping, we were camping in Cancun in the hotel zone. You can look on the map. So we're in the hotel zone. I'll tell you exactly which hotel we're by. We're going to be parking at Coco Bongo. So it's not far from Coco Bongo. And we're right out at the peninsula at Gaviota, Playa Gaviota Azul. So right by Crystal Canyon, Punta Cancun, Dolphines, Punta Cancun. So right by there's a traffic circle there. And Bar Del Mar, there's a Bar Del Mar right there on that point. But right by the Crystal Grand Cancun, all exclusive, right at the peninsula where it curves out like this on the hotel zone, and the beach is the widest area there. So right, yeah, you're not gonna be able to see that because I got the light in there, but Yeah, you'll have to look on the map. You can't see that. Sorry. But yeah, if you just go to Google Maps and you'll see on the hotel zone right where the beach is the widest at the point, and it's right by Crystal Grand, Cancun, all exclusive right there. And then, like I said, we park at Coco Bongo. So Coco Bongo, Cancun, underground parking, and then from there you just walk down to the beach and walk down the sand. So yeah, looking forward to that on the 20th. So we'll be there. That's where we will be on the 20th, and we're gonna go early. It starts at 4. Probably gonna be there around 2 or 3. So it's on a Saturday. Jen won't be working. So looking forward to that. I'm excited to go to that. If you can't tell, I'm really excited. So I've camped on the beach already before here in Mexico. I've done it a couple of times now with my dear friend Jorge. I am going to bring my fishing rod. I think there's rocks out there too, if I remember. I looked on the map and went to the pictures. I think there might be some rocks out there, or fake rocks or whatever. Yeah, they've got not rocks. I guess they have big cement blocks there to protect the erosion, right? So they have erosion barrier out there. So there should be fish around there. I'm going to bring my fishing rod and yeah, our cooler. I'll make some avocado dip, my famous Gringo Darryle avocado dip. Oh yeah, and hopefully somebody lights a fire and brings wood and all that stuff, and I can share my avocado dip with them. And if they let us share their fire, we'll get some marshmallows, maybe make some s'mores. And yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Like I said, there's 30 some people registered to go to this already at 200 pesos a pop for each person. So 200 pesos times 34 people. Christopher, do the math on that. So 200 pesos per person at 34 people so far is registered to that. So there's going to be a lot of people out there. So there's going to be at least a minimum of 15 tents. Minimum of 15 tents. It should be fun. It should be fun. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So, and like I said, it's mostly locals by the looks of it. So they might not even be from this area, but it looks like mostly Mexicans. Yeah. So 6,800 pesos. So whatever that is in Canadian dollars or American dollars. Yes, I have talked about my avocado dip before, and I have. I don't measure anything. A good chef does not measure nothing. A good chef does not measure nothing. Everything is by eye and by taste. That's how we do things. A real chef. There you go. So they're going to profit $517 Canadian, probably more, because there's other things as well. We got to pay for parking too, but they probably get a cut of the parking as well. I would think. You would think so. So parking is, I think we got to pay 110 pesos for the night. Yeah, 110 pesos. We pay for parking as well. So it's going to cost us, 510 pesos plus food that we buy, plus drinks and gas. My car's cheap on gas, and it's only an hour round trip. So maybe a little better than an hour because we do have to drive out onto the hotel zone. So yeah, probably be a little bit better than an hour, but whatever, it'll be well worth it. So even if I got to spend 800 pesos for a camping or 1,000 pesos, I won't be 1,000, but even if it is 1,000, whatever, it'll be well worth it. So yeah, my avocado dip is I do it differently than what they do here. So like I put chopped up peppers, mushroom or not mushroom, sorry, peppers, onions, and tomato in mine. So I dice up peppers, onions, tomatoes, and jalapeno peppers if I have some. If not, I just use hot sauce, and then I add salt and pepper as well. Lime juice, a lot of lime, fresh lime juice. Usually I put about 3, but I make a big batch, so I'll use like 5 big avocados, lime juice, and a lot of garlic, fresh garlic. Like I'll put like 2 heaping tablespoons of garlic, maybe 3. I like a lot of garlic. So I put a lot of spice in mine, like some salt and pepper, and I also add some hot sauce, whatever I have. Sometimes the masha, or just some habanero sauce, so it gives it a little bit of a bite to it. So I make mine. I make it with a kick. I make mine with a kick. And what I like I said, what I do different that they don't do here is that when they make it here, it's usually pretty plain. Like it tastes like avocado, right? So they maybe put a little bit of salt in it. That's about it. And they use lime juice obviously as well. They do put the lime juice in it. But like say the peppers and they will and the cilantro, you gotta have cilantro too. It depends. Sometimes you have it with a little bit of stuff, but they don't put nowhere near the stuff that I put in mine. Nowhere near the stuff with the slant. They do use the cilantro too, but you can't forget cilantro. But like I said, with the peppers and the onions and the garlic, tomato, cilantro, obviously, tomato juice, fresh squeezed tomato juice, and then with the spicy sauce. So and just go with that by taste. Sometimes I'll use onion salt if I have some. I'll throw some onion salt as well. So yeah, and I just do it by taste. So I Jen really likes it. Usually it's a hit whenever I make it. People really like it. So usually they tell me they like it anyway, and people eat it. So we really like it. I know that. So and I usually make a big bowl of it. Like I'll use 4 or 5 avocados, like big ones. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I call it my gringo avocado dip. So we like making that. We've been making popcorn quite a bit too. Jennifer and I will have popcorn at home here quite a bit. So thanks, Christopher, for doing that math for everybody out there. So that's how much they're profiting. It'll probably be more than that, but roughly. Good for them, though. It's a good little business. So it's cool. And I'm surprised so many people. Well, I'm surprised and I'm not surprised, but I got added into the group chat and yeah, there's a lot of people in there, and then everybody registered, and then you take a screenshot. So we pay up front. So we pay and then take a screenshot of your payment and then put it in the chat, and then they've got all the lists there of people who have registered, and yeah, 34, 35 people. Yeah, we'll be here, man. We're gonna stay here. That's right. Yeah. Gringo Acado. Gringo Acado. That sounds like a good movie. Sounds like something John Candy should be in. I've seen a lot of John Candy stuff on my Facebook feed lately because it's Thanksgiving with Uncle Buck, and man, what a treasure he was! What a Canadian treasure John Candy was. Rest in peace, there, big man. Amazing, amazing man. Totally amazing, amazing, funny videos. I really want to watch Uncle Buck. I was talking about that on a previous live stream. Uncle Buck, the Gen X meets here. This is where the Gen Xers meet. So anyway, we'll do some fishing out there. Bring my avocado dip. Hopefully, roast some marshmallows. Yeah, meet some people, make some friends. Bring my drone. Obviously, hopefully the weather is good. Do some swimming, some fishing, and whatever other events they got going on. I know they got sword fighting. I seen that in one of the videos. They were around with fake swords and whatnot. Should be fun. Well, thanks for hopping on, Miss Russian lady. Appreciate. Yeah, we're gonna end the live here. I'm over my time. I was gonna end it short, and then chat got picked up a bit, so we kept her going. So anyway, I'm going to log out too, my friends, with that. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I truly appreciate you all. Love you all. Thanks for joining me in this live stream. Sundays, Wednesdays, same time, same place, every Sunday, every Wednesday for now, and then live on location, wherever, whenever. So God bless. Adios. Hasta luego. Be kind to one another. Take care. Give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please do so. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Wouldn't be a YouTuber if I didn't say that. That's it. Adios. Hasta luego. Mucho gusto. Pleased to meet you. Mucho gusto. Adios. Oh, my mouse was froze up. Look at that darn thing.